Hey guys and gals, Malkuths 1974, we're back at you with another episode of our Space Engineers Survivor series, Now in Space. Last time I left you, we were working on the ship. And we're going to look at the ship for a little bit, but right now, we have to take a look at something. If we look up here, we have a business shipment coming in, and it's getting closer. Closer. So let's talk about a few things. Somebody made a suggestion about adding a pirate mod to this, and I've been considering it. So I did some research on it, and I actually looked around, and I found something a little bit different. Okay, there was three popular mods out there. One of them doesn't work at all. That was an enhanced whatever. It was weird. I played it before. I wasn't quite all that impressed with it. There was the pirate mod that guy talked about, and there was a what was it? It was like a civilian space mod, or a shipping mod, or something like that, or a civilian space lane mod, or something like that. It was like the same idea as the pirate mod, but it focused more on the business shipments, and they had different types of stuff like that. Well, that mod also is not been updated for the latest version, but that author has come up with a new mod that adds that mod plus a pirate mod all in one. Because I guess you can't really mix the pirate mods, because all these mods, because they cause issues. Wow, that guy's really getting close. So yeah, I'm gonna think about that. But today, after we mess with this business shipment guy over here, I don't know if he has guns or not, but we're gonna do a little action today. We're gonna go see if we can steal this guy's crap. After we mess with this guy, I have installed. Another guy suggested that I install a mod, Teleden's Inventory Manager, or TIM. I got the user's guide up right now for I know how to do this. I've never used this one. I used the other mod that's like this, but I have never used this mod, so it's a little bit new to me. So I do have, it's not really a mod, it's actually a script. So scripts are cool. We're gonna have to use a programmer block, and I have that right here, and we're gonna have to use a timer. So we're gonna get into that in a little bit. But right now, let's go mess with this guy. When you get too close to this guy, he's going to bring in an attack vessel. It's just going to kind of warp in, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to run back to the ship when that happens, and hopefully my defenses can take out that ship. Also, we need to worry that sometimes these business shipments and things like that, they actually have weapons on them, so I have to be kind of careful with that. We should see another red thing pop up here when I get too close to this guy. Business shipment. If we see a gun kind of plowing by us, we'll know we're in trouble. I don't see anything yet. I don't really even see anything, really. You guys see any redness around me? Nope, it's the only one. So let's get close to this guy. Let's get my drill. Let me not do that yet. We're gonna hijack this thing. We're gonna do a little piracy of our own. Is that gun shooting at me? Oh, he does have guns. Oh crap, we died. Alright, so he did have guns. Darn it. So I'll go in the medical room, respawn. I really don't have. Oh, and I got all my good stuff over there too. I don't know if my dead body's over there or not. I didn't really care if I lost that stuff, because I have plenty of platinum now, so it's not a big deal. I really don't have anything to take this. Oh, he did spawn. He did spawn an assailant. Oh crap. All right, so we have incoming. Yeah, we have incoming. Let me get into a. I might not make it in time to get into a Gatling gun. Usually those guys can take care of themselves. Let's try 4. And where is it? I can't control it. Why can't I control you? Turret? Oh, they're not on. On! 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 Oh, why were they off? Oh my god. Control. Now we got him. Oh, he shot up my, oh, he shot out the drill ship. Oh, no. Who's he? Oh, is that the actual business shipment? He's coming in, too? Oh, boy. Hey, you fly right by me. I'm going to blow you right out of the sky. All right. See if this guy comes back or not. I don't think he is. Oh, we got some damage. At least, well, I mean, what are we supposed to do? I have no way of flying towards him so I think the gun is out. I think the gun is a little bit in front of it. I think if I land... Oh! Ow! I think we're... Oh crap, that's not good. Oh crap. Oh crap. Oh crap. I gotta stay way... If I can actually get into the ship. Oh, I can take out the beacon too. If I can get inside the ship, it would be great. I'm not sure what this is. What is this? Oh, this is a large reactor. We can drill it down and then rebuild it, and it'll be ours. G. Let me put this out here. 1. I should be able to get inside it now, and I should be able to shut it off, which should shut the ship down. I'm hoping. Oh yes, we shut her down. Let me kind of bust into here. I do have to find that Gatling. What is this? An ion thruster? Nope, we're still moving. We're still moving. Why are we still moving? We shouldn't be moving. The problem is if I take out... What are these? We're moving away a little bit from the ship. Should I take this out? I don't know if there's another battery over here or not. If there was, it is gone. Oh, I saw a gun. I saw a gun shooting at me. Just trying to take out these ions. Oh yeah, the gun is shooting at itself. I'm trying to figure out where it is. Or is that something else shooting at me? Whoa! Whoa! Okay. Alright, this isn't good. I don't know what that is. There's something below me. There's another assailant behind me. Down there. It kind of flew by. Has this ship actually stopped, or are we still moving? Find out. Yeah, we're still moving. Let me come up here. There's no reactor. I'm using grav boots, by the way, if you're wondering how I'm doing this. Walking on this thing. Oh crap. Damn it! I knew that was gonna happen. I fell off and died. Whatever. Medical room. Is it coming back after me? Let's go take a look at my other ship here. So the assailant is over there. Let's see what kind of damage he caused over here. Oh. Oh. Take out my cargo container. Steel tubes. Alright, so I'm going to repair this ship and I'll be back. Alright guys, I apologize for that terrible display of piracy. You actually need to do it with a little bit of... You need to do a ship. You can do it with a small ship. I'll show you guys how to do it. I just tried to be a little goofy there and do it with with my body, but I tend to forget that a lot of the times the ships are just kind of floating in space. They're at a set speed, so you actually have to attach to them with another ship and slow them down. And of course, I couldn't do that, and it also makes it easier to take them out. So okay, actually, while we're out here, before we go and talk about Tim. This is what I've been doing on the ship. I have been working on it. I have the rib formation set up. Remember we had ribs on the last version of this, so I've kept the ribs on it. And these are actually slanted windows, so there's going to be slanted windows in between all of these ribs all the way up to basically the front end of the ship. I just haven't had this part welded yet. And another thing I didn't talk about is that these are actually ion engines. And the ion engines are going to help with these vessels, help us kind of, fly when we're just not using hydrogen thrusters or anything like that. There's some ions here, there's some ions here, so it's going to be a mixture of a hydrogen ship and an ion ship. The hydrogen is going to help us land on planets. Hopefully, I'm not 100% sure if this thing can actually land on a planet or not. But like I said, I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so 14. Hydrogen thrusters, small hydrogen thrusters pointing down, and I also have some more here, so that's actually 14, 15, 16, 17, plus we're going to have some ion engines pointing down. I don't know what happened to this one. It got destroyed probably. We'll have a few ion engines point down. Looks like at least 4 of them. So this thing ion engines don't work good in atmosphere or on planets, but on things like Mars, we should be all right. And when we finally end up going to the alien planet, things should be all right with it. I think that's the alien. It's hard to tell when the sun's there. So there you go. The ship's all done. I've added this is going to be the hangar bay. These are the hangar doors. These open up. I'll show you guys these in another episode. So this is the inside. One thing I've been experimenting with is putting my less used ships. Once we get the welder ship, once we get this vessel all welded up, the welding ship we don't really want it in the way. So I've been thinking about, I like the idea that I could put it on the ceiling with its feet all attached here, so that's pretty cool. And we have room for all the other ships in here. We're going to make ourselves a little bit of a fighter that we can actually fly ourselves. That we can go after like those little ships like that and steal their cargo and stuff like that. It'll help us out a little bit. I mean, that's the fun part of it. Another thing I have decided is I was thinking about it at work today. To add a little bit more challenge to this series for me, is I want to have a house rules that I have to use hydrogen thrusters for large ships like this one. They have to run off hydrogen, which gives you kind of a problem with actually getting the hydrogen, because The one thing I don't like about space engineers is that their hydrogen thrusters, they're not very efficient. I mean, they're less efficient than actual man-made rockets. Believe it or not, you play Kerbal Space Program or you know anything about NASA, these things are extremely inefficient per thrust, with thrust ratio and all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's a thing we gotta have to do. We're gonna have to set up a base that's just hopefully they have asteroids that are like a large chunk of just ice. We could find one of those on the way to Mars because that's where we'll be heading once the ship is finished. We could set up a little mining base there that it can be a fueling station. And even though we haven't covered it yet, this will have a jump drive. It's actually located right here. It's not built yet. But we'll get into this section in another episode. So right now, let's just actually talk about TIM. So TIM is a item sorting inventory management system. It's an automatic system. And what it's going to help us do is, even though right now I only have one cargo container, I can have it set that every time I put like inventory into my system, it's gonna go like I'm gonna have all components are gonna go into here, and then I'll have another one that's for all ores, and it makes things easier because if you check it out right now, what happens is when you build something in an assembler, it stays in its own personal inventory. But if you have it set up that a small cargo container, or this cargo container, is the one that actually is going to hold all of the components, then once these are done building, they will automatically go to this. Another problem is that the connector that we have connected up on the roof here does the same thing. It has like a small inventory of its own to it, and every time I add inventory to it, it stays in the connector. It doesn't, so everything's kind of scattered. So this is going to help us keep everything together. Another nice benefit of it is that it works with LCD panels. So you can set up LCD panels in here, and the LCD panels can tell you some pretty cool information like how much ores you have. I think it does, I might be confusing the two. I think it also can tell you like how much hydrogen you have, which is pretty important. So if we have a nice little LCD panel around here that tells us what our hydrogen amount is while we're sitting in the seat, that will be a pretty cool thing. So that's everything that's going to go on. So I'm going to go in the G menu. I already have the programmable block in here. We also need a timer block. This is a timer block, so I'm going to put it on 9. So I have the programmer block on 8 and the timer block on 9. So let's look at it. This is the programming block. We'll place that there. And I'll need some displays here. Go grab some of those. Do we have? Yeah, I have 2. There we go. I'm going to punch that up. And I'm also going to put the timer block right next to it. I do want to be able to make sure that I can see that little control panel there. I'm going to do this up. So you need a programmer block and a timer block to make this work. And we'll get into that now. So I downloaded the script off of the Steam Workshop. You guys can do the same thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the programmer block, and I'm going to go into edit. What edit's going to do is going to bring up this code editor. Now all the stuff that's in here is just telling you how to do certain things. This doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do is go to Browse Workshop, and I'm going to find Teleden's Inventory Manager. So I'm going to click on that, and I believe I have to say okay. Yes, okay. So this is Teleden's Inventory Manager. It gives you all the information that you have to do and all this stuff. I have all the information on my little phone here for I can read about what it's doing. And it also tells you how to actually install the mod. One thing we need to do is we need to actually go check code, and it should say compilation successful. I believe that loads the script into this game and into this programmer block. And then I'm going to go remember and exit. So now this programmer block is set up to run. I'm going to run it once, and what we can see here is that it changed the programmer block's name, program block 2, added a little Tim thing in there, and it's also shown that we've run Teleden's Inventory Manager version 1.53 once, and it tells the time it's run, and it compiled in 174 microseconds, I believe that's it, or milliseconds, I believe. So the next thing we actually need to do is we need to go to the program. Why am I moving slow again? Oh no, is my... Let me take a look here. Why are we moving slow? Now we're alright. I thought maybe I was having issues again. Okay, so we're in the programming block. What we need to do is we need to go into, I believe, setup actions, and what that will do is I'll bring everything that's listed in here, and I need to actually find the programming block, so I'm going to go POR. So right here it is. So what we're going to do is we're going to go run with default argument. So now we actually have to find the timer block. So timer, and we'll go down here, and we gotta go start. Yes, start. So what this is doing is that it's going to run this, and then it's gonna go to, it kind of does everything in a row here. So like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like kind of like a series of things. So 1, 2. It'll run this first. It'll run this. This will rerun the timer block to rerun this. So it's kind of like a loop, I guess. If you're in programming, it's just like a loop. One of the things we need to do is that the delay is the time in between every action, or the end action. So every time the timer block gets reset, it's going to wait, in this case, 10 seconds. But I'm going to lower that to... the directions say 5 seconds. That's what he uses. Yeah, I'll try that. Why not? And I believe all we have to do is hit start. And now the timer block is clicking, and Tim is running in the background. So if we come down here, and did I actually hit something that made me walk weird? Yeah, it's caps lock. Okay, interesting. Alright, so now I'm in here. So now what we need to do is, if I go to my cargo, I can go just like that. It says small cargo container. I believe, let me look here. Let's see. So if we change the name, I don't want to take container out of it. Small cargo container. Oh, I'm such a goofy. Okay, so small cargo container. I want to keep this as cargo. But now what I'm going to do is, you have to use these brackets like this, but within the brackets you have to have the code. So I'm going to write Tim, and in this particular one I'm going to write component. I think if you don't write the whole thing, it will finish it. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, it did. So, oh, I'm dying. Oxygen. There we go. That should keep us alive for a little bit. Alright, so back to this. If we look now, if we go into cargo, inventory, cargo, I believe everything that's a component should have transferred by now. So yes, these don't matter because these are under a different category, a weapon category. But as you can see, all my components have left. But let's take a look at this. I still have ingots in here. So we can make another cargo container. Let me see if I can make... I do want to make another one out here. Where did I want to put that? Kind of like right here. So if I go cargo... which one is that? Is that medium? No, that would be small. Okay, so I don't want that part. I want it to say where it's cargo. Let me look. Oh, there it is. Cargo container. Place that there, and I will weld that up. I just need metal grids. All right. This ship's gonna have a lot more cargo containers than I have here, but for right now, I'm just kind of doing this as a demonstration to show you the different things. as I'm reading the directions as I'm doing this video, which is kind of funny. So we have this cargo container and control panel, and of course down here I'm going to say cargo, and I'm going to say Tim, and then I'm going to say ingots. Just like, I think it can, it's supposed to be able to finish it for you. So if I go like this, it should finish it for me. No, it didn't. Ingot. Okay. Sometimes it does, sometimes it does. Did I spell ingot right? Alright, guys. I actually figured it out. I think I used the wrong brackets. I think that's what I did wrong. But I typed in the ingots, and all the ingots now have come into they have left this. So right now, the other cargo bay only holds components, and this one that we're in right now holds ingots. If I set up another one, say right here, and set it to ore, it would only hold ore. But we don't really need it to do that because we have all our other stuff to do that. So that's, you know, that's one thing. That's the inventory sorting that you can do. You can set that to ingot. You can also set it to certain things. Like if I only wanted this to hold, say, iron ingots, you can just set it to hold just iron ingots. So the script itself is pretty powerful. You can also do quotas, and like I said, the LCD panels. We'll get into the LCD panels once the ship is done. There's a lot of stuff you can do with this, and it's pretty cool, and we're going to use it pretty extensively on our ships and stations that we build during this whole adventure that we're going to have. So guys, that's that. We're using Tim now. Thanks for the suggestion for using that. So at this point, guys, we're getting a little late here in the game, so we're gonna have to cut this short. But as always, hit that like button if you enjoy the series, and we'll work on some more stuff next episode. Hopefully get a fighter going and all that stuff. For next time we meet one of those ships, we can actually have a chance against it and not worry about it. I'll remake my tools anyway while I'm off, while I'm playing by myself. Oh, I don't have my light on. Oh god, that means that whole episode's gonna be dark. At least that part. Yeah. So till next time, guys. I'll see you later. This is Malkuths 1974. Out of here.